Hi there, Jan Shegda. Today we're talking about style 3 on the Enneagram and their communication style. So the styles speak for Enneagram 3. Let's talk about how they communicate. The 3 communication style is very positive, it's upbeat, it's forward moving, and it's usually with an eye for how to improve things, how to move things forward. So if you're having a conversation with them at work, it's likely to involve those elements of how to make things better than where they are today. On the personal side, and sometimes professional as well, but primarily on personal, you'll hear the 3 reference themselves and tell you some positive stories. So it may be about them personally, maybe about their organization, their team, their children, their family, but whoever they're telling you a story about, generally it's going to be a positive story that highlights an accomplishment or a win of some kind. So if they're talking about themselves, it's especially important to give them positive feedback about that. Wow, that was an amazing accomplishment. How were you able to do that? Or whatever you can think of to connect with them around supporting that win that they had, because it's very important that they get positive feedback from you around that. Best way to communicate with a 3 at work in particular is going to be to join them with that improvement focus. So they're going to have an eye for, okay, how do we figure out how to make this better? How do we conquer that next hill? And if you can support them in that brainstorming and lending whatever gifts or resources you have to that process, that's going to be a way for you to connect communication-wise. Positivity is another aspect. Most 3s get very frustrated by people that are looking backward. By looking backward, I mean looking to kind of why things are the way they are, trying to belabor issues to understand all the root causes and things like that. I mean, certainly a 3 wants to know that information, but they're more on the forward-moving side of things and want to get things going to a more positive direction. Likewise, if you are a person that's dwelling on maybe something negative that happened in your day, and just be careful how much time you're spending on that topic, because again, the threshold for negativity for 3s is very small. You want to keep things positive, upbeat, and forward-moving. So, best way to communicate with them, match their style, be upbeat, focus on where things are going in a positive way, and give them some feedback about whatever positive stories they're telling you. And then finally, what do 3s need most from those around them in communication? So the 3, and another name for a 3 besides achiever is the performer, the promoter, and that gives you a little clue about what makes them tick, which is 3s really live for the audience. They get their sense of self from the feedback of others. So when they're telling you a positive story, it's not just to tell you something positive, it's because they want you to say, wow, that was great, or you're so smart, or oh my goodness. And so the best thing that you can do, what they need most from us, is to be that cheering audience. You want to be the audience that's like, yeah, go 3, you're amazing, not the boo, that was horrible. So just watch your body language, your response, and all the messages that you're giving back to the 3. Make sure that they're positive, that they're supportive, and that they're cheering, not booing. Thanks for joining us this week. See us next week for Style 2.